We moved to Los Angeles about the same time that William Bratton was named the chief of police. And Bratton came in, and as he always does, wanted more cops and proposed a tax increase to pay for an increase in the number of people in the LA Police Department. And the organizing against policing in Los Angeles had been focused almost exclusively on police killings and severe police beatings. And it was very difficult to get much traction with people to talk about police stops and police arrests as a problem. You know, a lot of people would have said to us, if my kid doesn't get killed by the cops, I'm not so concerned that he gets stopped or even arrested by the cops if he comes back in one piece. And I think that in the current moment, we're facing a similar problem, that there are a lot of people whose concern with American policing has to do with the number of people being killed. And there's a lot of organizing that doesn't recognize the continuum between those deaths and routine stops, which might not even result in an arrest. And in focusing so much on the killings and so little on how those killings relate to the rest of policing, including surveillance, including incarceration, I think that's a huge challenge. So the great thing is so many people are upset and in the streets and trying to do something. And there's been some really good policy proposals that have come out around this stuff. And the question is whether those policy proposals are going to be overwhelmed by liberal, let's put a Band-Aid on it, let's make the police nicer, let's hope they shoot fewer people or kill fewer people. I mean, I think that's, the opportunity now is that so many people are upset, and the danger is that they're upset about the worst part of a very, very, very big iceberg, and that they might be willing to simply chop the top off the iceberg and ignore everything beneath that. But so, for example, in the organizing against stop and frisk, before Bratton came back to New York, people were upset by the number of times people were stopped on the street. So it wasn't even only about arrests then, it was the number of stops. And my hope is that we'll see that understanding of the dangers of policing continue and indeed be amplified in the next year or two.